Involves losing what?
Electrons?
Yeah, losing electrons. What is this right here representing?
Protons?
Protons, but
Nucleus.
okay, good. So protons in the nucleus. What concept did we learn about that involves the attraction between these positives and negative charges?
Coulomb's law.
Coulomb's law, right? So we are really concerned with the interaction between the nucleus and the electrons because it is involved in bonding, right? And bonding is really, really important to us. So we're going to do this together. So you guys pull up your little annotation tool and let's annotate this just like we did for our homework, and let's identify this element just from this simple little chart, okay? So pull up your little annotation doodad and let's annotate this together. Do you want me to start? Malachi's starting. I'm going to say that this is the nucleus over here. Good, we've got our first orbital. Good, Diego's drawing out the orbitals. Malachi's labeling the x-axis. Vlad is also doing some configurations and orbitals up there. Good, we're remembering Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay, I'm only seeing like 3 people working on this. Are other people having tech issues? Or we just don't know what to do? Devin, why aren't you on here?
Mine, it's like super bad. It's cutting out like every other second. So
Oh
I don't
no.
want to, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, does anybody want to label the y-axis? Or do you want me to do that? Okay, Caitlin said she wants me to do that. Oh, no, Diego's doing it. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, what is this element? How do we identify this element? There's 2 ways of doing it.
Count the electrons.
Okay, so if we count up all the electrons, how many do we see?
13.
13. Okay, so let's look on our periodic table. What element has the atomic number 13?
Only reason that you can say no, hold on, Matthew. The only reason that you can say no is because you don't currently have a quiet place in your house.
Aluminum.
Aluminum? Okay. Or as the British would call it, what? What do those nasty Brits call it?
Would it be aluminium?
Yes, exactly, Delson. Does anybody call it that in this class? Aluminium? No? Maybe us Americans are the bad ones. Who knows, right? Okay, so the way Diego did that was he just totaled up all of the electrons that he saw there. So we got 13, so we know that this element is aluminum. What is the other way of doing this? Can we look and see where the element ends on the periodic table and identify it from that? Yeah, so if I go to period 3, right, go over to the P block, what's the first element in period 3 of the P block, right? Okay, so maybe we need a visual of that. So I go, no, let me get an actual periodic table. So we go to period 3, we go over to the P block, the first element in the P block is aluminum. All right? Any questions about that kind of stuff, guys? Those PES diagrams, any of that? No? Easy, hard, kind of in between? All right, practice makes perfect. So if you do your homework, you should be good to go. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. So take about a little 30-second break. I am going to pull up the agenda and see what we need to go over next. All right, here we go. So we are going to look at this resource that we have on our Canvas homepage, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of the other links on the navigation pane in our Canvas page. So if you go to your Canvas, you go to the home screen, or you're in our class, you should see these navigation sites or whatever links on the left-hand side. You got your modules, you got your announcements, your grades, your Google Drive, because we do a lot of things in Google. We have P-Table, which is what we're going to talk about now, but you also have a link to get into your Pearson account, your MyLab and Mastering, and then I just put this link on there the other day for AP College Board. So that way when you're in Canvas, you just have a quick place to click and get yourself to College Board, okay? But what we're going to do for right now is we're going to click on P-Table. Has anybody explored this resource yet? Caitlin said yes. I got to scroll screens. Manuelito, have you explored this yet? Yeah? Okay. What about you, Zane? Yeah? Okay, so there's a couple things that I want to point out for AP Chemistry. So if you look at the very top, there's 4 different windows that you can look at. You can look at properties, electrons, isotopes, or compounds. What are we concerned right now about? Are we concerned about properties like melting and boiling point? Not for you topics 1.5 and 1.6, right? We're concerned with the electrons. So if you click on electrons, it's going to bring you into our new Aufbau principle or our quantum mechanics model, which is a little bit more confusing, right? But what's really cool is it lists it out in the S block, the P block, the D block, and the F block, so you can see what they are. And so let's say you're doing your homework or you're taking a quiz and you want to verify your answers or you want to just get better about this. So let's say you challenge yourself and you say, I'm going to build the electron configuration for magnesium. If you want to double check yourself, just hover over magnesium and you'll notice that the electron configuration, the expanded version is here, but also the shorthand version where we use the noble gases in the beginning to make it easier or shorter is also displayed. Okay. It gives you the quantum numbers too, if you're interested in that from chapter 8, but we don't have to do that. And then it also shows you the orbital.